She drained our son's college fund at 2:07 a.m. I know the exact minute because the bank notification lit up my phone while I was still asleep. I remember staring at the screen in the dark, my breath fogging up the air as the silence pressed against my chest like a weight I didn't have the strength to lift. She was gone. So was the money. So was our son's future. I sat at the edge of the bed we once shared. The sheets still carried the faint trace of her perfume, gardenia and betrayal. That scent used to make me feel something close to love. Now it smelled like abandonment. This wasn't a moment of desperation. This was calculated, methodical. The second phone I found hidden in the laundry basket proved it. So did the digital boarding pass to Costa Rica one way, and the stream of messages from some guy named Tyler. He sent her things I hadn't in years. Late-night promises. Cheap intimacy. Fake dreams dressed up like escape plans. Don't worry, babe. He's too soft to fight back. Soft. That's what she called me. Because I didn't raise my voice. Because I didn't control her. Because I believed that patience was strength, and maybe that's what broke me the most. She never saw what I saw. She didn't see our son's hands gripping a baseball glove he hadn't quite grown into, or how he practiced smiling even when she missed another game, another school night, another moment. She didn't see how hard I worked. Extra shifts, overtime, every holiday covered, just to keep the lights on and give her space to figure things out. I made her coffee every morning. I let her drift while I stayed rooted. I thought that's what love looked like. She saw it as weakness. When she finally left, she didn't even give me the decency of a goodbye. No confrontation. No closure. Just a note on the fridge. Don't call. I need to be free. Like she'd been trapped in a prison, not living in a home I built board by board, paycheck by paycheck. But it wasn't the money that shattered me, it was our son. Noah is 10. Too quiet for his own good. Too observant for mine. That morning, he saw the empty driveway, the blank space beside me in bed, and he didn't ask a single question. Just poured himself cereal and sat across from me with a calm that cut deeper than any scream could. She's not coming back, he said. I nodded. That was all I could manage. He looked into his cereal, then back at me with this small, crooked smile, the kind that tries to patch up someone else's heartbreak. It's fine. I fixed everything. I didn't understand. Not then. 2 days later, my phone rang. It was her, panicked screaming, chaotic. The sound of waves in the background, distant shouting, her voice cracking like glass. What did you do? All my accounts are frozen. My cards don't work. Tyler's freaking out. He thinks I scammed him. I stayed silent. Let the wind from her tropical dream fill the space where my voice used to belong. You did this. You're the only one who... No, I said. No, I didn't. Because technically, I didn't. That night, Noah had walked into my home office while I was buried in spreadsheets, trying to trace the missing funds. I'd left my laptop open. He watched quietly, then reached into his pocket and pulled out a flash drive. I copied Mom's passwords a while ago, he said. She always logs on my iPad. He wasn't smug. He was calm, justified, like he hadn't caught a person but a disease, and found the cure. I opened the drive. Inside was a digital dossier. PDFs of hidden accounts. The signed authorization form she'd forged to liquidate the 529 plan. Screenshots of her chats with Tyler about laundering the money offshore. It wasn't just a paper trail. It was a noose. I didn't go to the police. Didn't file a fraud report. That would have made her the victim. She'd cry, say she felt unsafe, that I was controlling, that she was manipulated. People believe tears more than they believe evidence. So I played her game better. I hired a forensic accountant. Quietly, surgically, we used her own breadcrumbs to reverse every wire transfer. I restructured the stolen funds into an irrevocable trust, legally airtight and locked under Noah's name until he turns 18. Untouchable. Then I sent a little love letter to the offshore bank, just a cease and desist, politely informing them of the identity fraud they were enabling, with a friendly reminder that regulatory audits could be inconvenient. They folded instantly. Her fantasy fell apart overnight. I didn't tell her. I let the system tell her. She found out when her car was declined, when her hotel manager pulled her aside to ask about chargebacks, when Tyler realized she had no money, no power, and no plan. That was the first call. There were more, each one more desperate. I picked up just once. Freedom, I said, comes with a cost. You picked the wrong currency. Then I hung up, blocked her number. The last thing I heard, Tyler left her. She tried coming back to the States, but her name's flagged now. Fraud, identity theft, custody review. She's stuck in her own web, watching it collapse thread by thread. I never testified. I didn't have to. The evidence did all the talking. Noah still has that old baseball glove. Still doesn't quite fit, but he's getting there. He's sharper now. Asks questions about ethics, about justice, about right and wrong. He listens more than he speaks. Like me. And sometimes, when we're out in the backyard, tossing that glove under golden light, he'll flash me that same crooked grin, the one that says, "It's fine. I fixed everything." Justice doesn't need to yell. It doesn't throw fists or break windows. It smiles, then walks away.